Silverton Rascals up the Rascals, go on! Whitney in shot. Yeah, class. Go on, Whitney. How do one and all? This is your boy Ben Randm, and I am here representing my new band Silverton Rascals, for which I'm songwriter and frontman for, and you can see us live on stage. But before then, obviously, we need to give you our tunes, and this is what this is about. So this time, I'm going to be telling you about our tune, Weekend Third Degrees, Dance Floors and Ease. So, what is Weekend Third Degrees, Dance Floors and Ease about? I think it's about the metamorphosis of correlation of shoelaces and how they turn into rainbow laces, and then are you actually tasting your laces when you eat them before, or are you actually eating fabric, which links it to a nightclub, which links it back to really what the tune is about, which of course is going out, celebrating the best occasions that you possibly get to, and having those euphoric moments on a dance floor that resonate and stay with you for life. This tune, when I was writing it, I was inspired by two tracks that put me in a particular place when I reminisce and also enjoy what is to come in the clubbing infrastructure of what I love so much of going out. And I always say getting on it, but getting on it, obviously, you know, we love to indulge, shall we say, but there's so much more that's packed around that world if you open yourself to it. And the two tracks were The Streets, We Become Heroes, and LCD Soundsystem, All My Friends. And you know, you reach a particular point in your life where the days that were every day or every weekend become less and less, not in a sense of you going out, but maybe the collective that you're around, and that's because life can take over and people move away. And you know, some of my best mates live the other side of the world in Australia, some live Dubai, some live America, some live South America, like literally on every continent. People have emigrated, and you know, life takes over, and life is what it is, man. It's there to be enjoyed, to be conquered, and to be lived, you know what I mean, on the adventure. So more power to him. But it almost then starts you reminiscing on the moments that weren't taken for granted, but were just there every opportunity that you could have. I mean, when we were back in Leeds in 06, circa 06 to 08, I don't give a fuck, right? Leeds was the best city on the planet. And it weren't even just the clubs, do you know what I mean? Like, you could go out on a Thursday and be back in on a Sunday, and then still be afters till like Tuesday. And before you know it, recover Wednesday and you're back out on Thursday, do you know what I mean? But it was just also just the areas like Headingley, Hyde Park, Burley, rummaging around, just cracking on, the afters, the banter, the bars, man. Shout out to Trio and Headingley's High Street, man, do you know what I mean? Like, that was such an influx of playing indie music at that time, which was just important to the gathering and connections of our collective, because it wasn't just about clubbing, house, electro, which was big at that time. Like, Wonk came about, do you know what I mean? Like, it was more so as well indie, and that soul and that persistence of just, it wasn't gonna fuck off. Like, indie is what lives through me, do you know what I mean? And meeting a collective of mates that were on that journey of so many different musical genres, to jump in with that was sick. And this project now, Silverton Rascals, like, it's not built for a particular scene, it's built to cause absolute scenes, do you know what I mean? It's like a merge of all genres. We call it indie hip electro because it's a cross of all of them, do you know what I'm saying? And there's something about All My Friends that, like, when I hear it, it just puts me in a place of they must have gone through this moment where they knew that their mates were here, there and everywhere. And the line, if I could see all my friends tonight, if I could see all my friends tonight, if I could see all my friends tonight, if I could see all my friends tonight. And it hits in different ways, you know. There's maybe certain people that have passed on to a different realm, maybe people, as I say, have moved on, and there's something about that lyric that just hit. And I wanted to write a song that was a nod to that era, that time, but also a nod to what people have gone on to become, and just almost like, you know, like on a right freezing cold Sunday, right, when you've got back in and you've like crashed out and you might have been able to eat, and then like you just want duvet on the couch. Like, this is what this song is, yeah. I feel like this song is the duvet on the couch after a sesh, when you're just thinking back to how good that sesh was. And that's what all my friends like allowed me to open up and want to write about, like the afters. And we become heroes. I mean, Mike Skinner, that dude, his music, everything about what he does, the way that the videos were shot, like, he's an heirloom, he's a British heirloom, and his celebration, his creations rather, should be in a museum for celebration. Like, you know, he should be as revered as Banksy, and obviously he is on a deeper, do you know what I mean? Like, he's an inspiration to so many. He brought other people through, and original pirate material, and a Grand Don't Come For Free, you know, like, and he's still doing bits now, do you know what I'm saying? But like, the way that Banksy's artwork gets sold for like however much, yeah, like I feel like the same should be given to Mike Skinner, because that guy, what he's given me, and the subtle nods in tracks on the album that I give to him, because if it's a family tree, I am proudly sucking on the musical teat of Mike Skinner. I don't give a fuck. But again, the way that that tune speaks about, more about the encounters within a club and the different people that you see, do you know what I'm saying? And I think that's the beauty of clubbing, is from all different walks of life, from all different ethnicities, races, ages, genders, political bias, whatever it may be. On a dance floor, everybody's neutral and everybody's one. And if you're at the right places, you all become a collective together, and you all embrace these, for me anyway, epiphanies that show how life can be. And it's not away from imagination, because you're actually living in that. And I do believe that those situations are elevated by narcotics. Now, I'm not here to begart and brag about, oh yeah, you should get on it and this and that. Like, know your own vices, do you know what I'm saying? But for me, like, I've discovered what helps me in those moments ascend. Mostly MDMA, I'm not gonna front, but like, it's the company around it as well. And I feel like what this song really goes into is it depicts in the first verse the excitement of wanting to go out, almost like the film Human Traffic, try to evoke that emotion for the first verse. It's got an amazing chorus with like what I'd say like a nod to the 90s like piano house for that section. The second verse is you're actually tripping, so the imagination that comes out of that world and the visions that you see and the characters, and it's a nod to a lot of the musical greats that have helped put me in my mental plane in that place while I've been out and about. I wanted to celebrate those names. Then the third verse is a nod to when you come out of the after party and you start pranging because you're like, oh fuck, I've got work, what do I do? And then you just snip that off and you're like, fuck it, we're here, let's crack on, do you know what I'm saying? So it's a celebration is weekend. It's a real celebration to a clubbing infrastructure and a clubbing lifestyle that can get on top, but for the moments where you surf it well, there's nothing that comes close to it at all. And I pray that this can put a flag in the ground of clubbing etiquette, of what these moments give to us all. And I pray that it becomes a bit of an anthem that people can celebrate. So one day, maybe when your mates move away here and there, you can put this on and you can rejoice and reminisce about the times that must happen in each cycle of each generation of each clubbing scene, do you know what I mean? And I also, if been honest, it's a nod to those that were along those roads, man, either if they're with us in different ways or they're with us in different countries, you know what I'm saying, that they've made a massive impact on my life, and I'm grateful to the encounters that we've had, and they stay with me to this day, and long and more may many continue. So big ups to everyone who's been on this clubbing journey, you know what I'm saying? Peace.
Find yourself, be yourself, lose yourself, love yourself. Find yourself, be yourself, lose yourself, love yourself. Find yourself, and above all, lover.